So something that comes up a lot in the month of January are resolutions. And I always thought this was an interesting topic because coming from the health and wellness industry, the gyms are packed in January. And there's people complaining that the gyms are packed in January. The regulars don't like it when the New Year's resolution people come in. And I've always just kind of said, yeah, by February it'll be thinned out. And what I didn't know until a couple of years ago is that the second Friday in January is actually labeled National Quitters Day, which is really interesting because this year it fell on January 10th, which seems very early. It seems like 10 days. Doesn't seem like that long, but 80% of people have quit their New Year's resolution, whatever they resolved to do or whatever they resolved not to do by January 10th. If you didn't stick to your New Year's resolution, I have really good news for you. You are in the right place. And I'm going to tell you all the reasons why. And then I want to hear from you. So what do we do in December? What do we do over the holidays between November and January 1st or December 31st? We engage in a lot of unpredictable behaviors, going to parties and maybe consuming things we don't normally consume, having a schedule that's off of our regular schedule, being off of our game, if you will, accommodating house guests, being around family, managing all kinds of things we don't usually manage the rest of the year. So it's kind of unrealistic to think that on January 1st, when you're probably exhausted, that it's the best time to make a very important life decision. But for some reason, historically, it's been what people do. The best way to really make some sort of life change when the pain is great enough that you feel like you need to change something is to do it when you think you need to do it. Now, if that's on a Wednesday in the middle of the day, why not start then? Because what happens is, if you don't fulfill it, and you're one of those people who didn't keep your resolution, now what? Are we gonna wait till next January? Are we gonna wait till a Monday? And a lot of times the most important decisions I've ever made in my life, and some of the people who I know, who I'm close with and who I've had as clients, those important decisions did not happen on January 1st. They happened in some other random day, time. So some of these big changes that are severe, sometimes they're not good goals to set. And we can talk about SMART goals on another episode, but maybe setting the goal at 30 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you set any goals that you have stuck to, that you're really proud of, that you've continued past the 10th. I mean, we're on the 21st at this point, that you want to celebrate. Or if you started to do something and you fell off and you'd like to hold yourself accountable and get back on, I'd love to hear from you in the comments.